Hey there, guys, girls, lady boys, and all those alike. Thank you for watching and welcome back to another episode of What's the Tea with me, Hope Valentine. Today's topic is desperation. Are you feeling single, lonely, and desperate? Don't be. You're better than that. Often we think we're going to be single for the rest of our lives because there's no one out there for us. Honestly, there is. There's always someone out there for you. You just haven't found them yet, and they haven't found you yet. But you can't always keep looking for them because most of the time you're looking right past the person that's meant for you. And you've got to keep an open mind. Don't be so picky because most of the times we're looking for things that's not good for us, and we get stuck in situations that we don't want to be in. Especially when you're single, when you've been single for a while and you start to feel this feeling coming on of desperation where you feel you've been single for so long and you long for companionship and you need someone to be around, or you need to have someone to always talk to. And you may find someone, you go out with someone and you think you really like this person when you're tricking yourself into thinking that this person's right for you. And sometimes they're not, or a lot of the times they're not, because you've tricked your mind into believing that you have to be with someone. You don't have to be with anyone. The only person you have to be with is yourself. And you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you have to love yourself. Because in the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? So, and those are honest words, because first you have to love yourself and you have to learn to live with yourself before you can then turn around and love someone else and truly love that person. Not out of desperation, but out of true emotion, true love. So you have to take your time. Don't ever rush things. Don't feel that the first person you come across is the person that you have to be with, the person that's meant to be. Get out, date, search the waters, test the waters, see what's out there. Try different things. Don't go for the same guys all the time, or girls in any situation. Broaden your horizons, because there's a lot out there and there are a lot of things to experience, and you don't want to trap yourself. That's the worst thing you can do, is to trap yourself, because then you'll never make progress and you'll never move forward in yourself or in your relationship with another person. Most of the time that person will become a roadblock, and they'll stunt your progress, and you'll become very unhappy very quickly, and that's never a good thing. No relationship should be unhappy. I mean, a healthy relationship does have arguments here and there, but a healthy relationship should not make you feel, or any relationship should not make you feel unhappy with the person, because then that's unhealthy, not only for the relationship but also for yourself, because then you become very worried, and you just don't know what to do with yourself. You panic, and a lot of the times it's one-sided, because you might be unhappy with someone who thinks that you're happy, or they think that they're happy with you, and that should never be how a relationship is. Like, you shouldn't feel that you have to stay with the person for the sake of their happiness, because your happiness is priority. Your happiness is number one above all else. Yes, that does sound a little bit selfish, but it's the honest truth. You can be the most generous, most giving, most loving, most compassionate person in the world, but if you don't put yourself first, you will get taken advantage of and taken for granted, and most people won't even realize that they're doing it. And then they lose out on the person that you could be, and you also lose out on the person that you could be with. And that's never good, because then you live the rest of your life being unhappy, and you get used to it. And even if you're not with that person, you end up with someone else, and you continue a cycle of unhappiness. And you shouldn't have to do that. Everybody deserves to be happy, no matter what. You could be the nastiest person on earth, but everyone deserves to be happy. You can't deny anybody that. I mean, I'm a strong believer in karma, and you get what you reap what you sow. But everyone deserves at least to be happy. So if you feel that you don't have anyone, that you're alone all the time, surround yourself with your friends, surround yourself with family, surround yourself with people who make you feel comfortable, people who love you, people who you love, and absorb it. Take it all in, and it'll make you feel great. You'll feel amazing. You won't have that feeling of being alone and being lonely and desperate for companionship, because you have it. You just have to open your eyes and realize it. And I mean, you might be longing for the companionship of a lover. I mean, that is a different experience, but you can't always want that. Like, there's more to life than just being with someone, because the perfect person for you is out there, even if you haven't found them yet. I mean, and you don't always have to look for that person, because like they say, when you least expect it, it'll come around. And sometimes it's true. When you least expect it, it will pop up. But then you just have to make time for it, and you have to realize it. So I mean, you can't always be busy. You can't always not have time for other people. And then you can't always look when you feel like you're ready to look, because you might have already missed out. You might have had an opportunity that walked right by you because you just didn't have the time. So I mean, you really have to slow down and take a look at things. Really take a look at your surroundings, and just be open. Don't always be too busy. Don't be too afraid. Don't settle. Just be open to anything that could happen, because you never know when and where and what will happen. Just keep an open mind. And I strayed away from my thought. You gotta just keep doing what you're doing. Just I always do this. Don't be desperate. Basically, point blank, just don't stick to what you know, because that's never too good. I mean, sometimes in some cases it's okay, but I mean, if you only stick to what you know, you'll never experience new things. You'll never experience greater things. And girls, like, for girls who are very pretty and rely on their looks all the time, you shouldn't do that, because like I said in a previous episode, you're relying too much on your looks, and guys are just going to take advantage of it. Don't rely so heavily on your looks, because if you're relying so much on your looks, you're never gonna attract the kind of guy that you're looking for. You're gonna get the same thing all the time. So I mean, you can't rely on just looks, because you've gotta, if you look a certain way that's attracting other people's attention, then don't take that for granted, because if you are very attractive and you're very pretty, I mean, don't let it go to your head. Don't be too wrong word. Don't be too conceited with it, because you might come off as snobby, and then don't take too much advantage of that, because that can also go the other way as well. If you're attracting a lot of attention, then I would use that and try to search and dig through, and you might actually find somebody that's a really good guy. Like, you don't want it because you can get it, take it. Like, then that becomes trashy. Like, you always want to stay a lady, always stay classy, never trashy. That's my slogan, my life quote, motto, whatever. Always stay classy, never trashy. Because the fact that you know you can get the attention means that you should take advantage of that in a way that is beneficial to you, not in a trashy way. But if you're really serious about finding someone, do that. Date, go out, date, have a good time, enjoy yourself in a respectable manner. And take the time to really look for someone that is worth your time and that you're worth their time. You don't want to settle for anything. Don't ever be desperate. And even for anyone who is feeling a little bit, I guess, lonely and desperate, if you're getting any kind of attention, that means that there are people out there who are attracted to you. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel that you're not beautiful. Don't feel that you should hide yourself away. Because if any attention that you're getting is still attention, and so don't feel that because you've been neglected and ignored for so long that the first thing that comes around is the greatest thing, because it may not. I mean, it could also be someone just trying to take advantage of the fact that you're feeling sad and desperate and alone. So you don't ever want to fall victim to that. Always respect yourself and respect your body most of all. And just know that you are beautiful. There is no such thing as ugly. All beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There is no ugly. Don't ever use that word. Don't ever call yourself ugly. You are what you say you are. Don't ever say anything negative about yourself, because the more you say that about yourself, the more you're going to believe it, and the more you're going to live that life and that type of negative lifestyle, and you don't want to do that. So you have to know that you're better, know that you deserve better, because there's someone for everyone out there. Just because I may not find you attractive, that's all that is. You're just not my type. That doesn't mean you're ugly. That means you're not my type. But that means you are somebody else's type, and there is someone that's out there for you, and you will find them. And even if you're extremely pretty and you know it, don't let it get to your head, because there's someone out there that's not your type either. That you're not their type. You might be the most gorgeous woman in school or the most gorgeous woman around, in your opinion. You may get compliments all the time, and that doesn't mean anything. That just means you're appealing to those people. But there may be someone who doesn't think you're that pretty. Makeup, boob jobs, butt jobs, whatever, any type of augmentations to your body, or any type of enhancements to your body, or anything to make you look different, to make you feel better about yourself, that is to make you feel better about yourself. Don't do that for other people. That's not to make other people feel better about you. Because you may have been gorgeous, you may looked amazing to someone who doesn't like all those things. And yet you missed that opportunity because you felt self-conscious about yourself. So like I said, there's no such thing as ugly. So don't ever use that. Don't ever feel self-conscious about it. Don't try to degrade people. Don't try to upgrade yourself and think you're better than anything else, because you might not be. The most rundown person in your eyes may be the most gorgeous person in someone else's. And the most gorgeous person in someone else's eyes may be the most rundown and not so pretty looking person to myself, to that person. Because I mean, I think I look very beautiful, and I go out and I live my life for myself. But there could be someone that walks right by me and stares me right in my face and could think I'm the most hideous thing on earth because I have makeup on, for the simple fact of that. And you know, that's their opinion. I believe I'm beautiful in my own skin, in my skin and in my makeup skin. So I'm living for myself, and you should too. Don't do it for anyone else. Don't do it for the attention. Do it for yourself. If it draws attention, it draws attention. But that's on the other people. I mean, if you pique their curiosity, then let it be just what it is. If you're not interested and you've got other things that you need to be doing, do it. But like I said, always keep an open mind, because you may be passing up things that could be there, that could be for you. So I mean, even if you're not interested in someone and you get a compliment, say thank you. If someone invites you somewhere, even if you don't want to, thank you, but no thank you. Be sweet. Always be sweet. Be fierce and be sweet. That's another one of my things that I always like to say. But I mean, just in overall, just be a nice person. Never be desperate. Never feel that you need to settle. Never be overly conceited. Never think negative things about yourself or others. I mean, we're all human, and at the end of the day, we're all different. We're all unique. No one's the same. So I mean, whatever you bring to the table, that's who you are in your own unique way. And you should feel free enough and comfortable enough to live that way without any type of criticisms or ridicule. Just don't feel bad. People are going to say things. They're always going to say things, but let them talk. Let them talk. But be happy in who you are. And that's all I'm going to say. Love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, and if you can't love others for who they are, first of all, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? And if you can't love others, you probably don't love yourself. So I'm going to end with that thought. And I hope you guys continue to watch and you continue to be sweet. Please leave your comments and responses or anything down in the boxes below. Give me some topics or anything to talk about next week. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you continue to. I'll see you later, honey buns. Mwah.